Libya's crisis has seen the emergence of a host of new and distinct voices in the country. Voices from the east, voices on the internet, and in the capital Tripoli, the emergence of a new Gaddafi voice, that of his second eldest son, Saif Gaddafi. Educated partly at the London School of Economics, he's long been seen as potentially the reformist figure in his father's 42-year regime. Saif Gaddafi, Saif, welcome to Talk to Al Jazeera. So, the fight back has begun.
It's not the fight back. It's first of all, it's calm all over the country, except today what happened in El Brega. El Brega is an oil port, so we export most of our oil from there. And because some armed people went to the harbor and trying to control the harbor, so the army sent 12 cars just to protect the harbor. In Benghazi, it's, as you know, unfortunately, it's a big mess. So there is no law and order, there is no government, there is no security, no police, no governance at all.
So will you be moving into Benghazi at some point?
I will tell you something. What's going to happen is the following. The west, the middle of the country, the south is calm, is peaceful, no problem. Some part in the east, by the way, not everywhere, some parts, like for example Darna or Benghazi, the people will fix the situation themselves because it's unbearable. Because now, no schools, no universities, no healthcare, no salaries, shops are not open. So people cannot live like this forever. So soon you will see the situation will change and the people will fix the situation themselves.
So you won't go in? You won't send the army in?
No, soon you will see. Everything will change soon. So I'm very optimistic.
So bombs have been falling on Brega?
No, not bombs.
Eyewitnesses have seen
jets
bombs, jets bombing.
No.
Well, what have they been doing if they haven't been bombing?
Brega is empty. Brega is an empty area. There is a harbor, there's an oil harbor, and an oil, installation.
So why would you be dropping bombs on an empty area?
No, the aircraft trying to frighten everybody from going near to the oil assets.
Right.
It's very important area. So, but it's a desert. It's empty. It's a desert. It's a flat area. It's not city there.
So no one's been harmed by what the army jets did today.
The army should frighten the people not to go to the harbor because this is very strategic place for the whole country.
But it's escalating. Has it occurred to you and to your father that there might be an alternative? That if he were to step down, no one would have to issue orders anymore to bomb their own people and potentially, or actually, kill their own people in the process?
This is a very important issue. We're not bombing our people. If we have this decision, we would have bombed the armed militia. They have tanks, they have machine guns, they have arms.
They are your own people.
No. Wait. Let me finish first. We're not even bombing the armed militia. The army is very patient, even with the armed militia. They have heavy weapons, machine guns, rockets, everything, but even the army is still patient, let alone civilians. What we have heard in the last days, that Libyan Air Force is bombing civilian districts. The Libyan Air Force is bombing demonstrations. The Libyan Air Force is killing civilians. They mention, they mention a specific districts. They mention specific areas. So you are now in Tripoli, you are in Libya, take your camera, go and film there, interview those people on those districts, they were mentioned, and show me the bombing. It's very easy.
But we're not talking about Tripoli, we're talking about the port of Brega. Look, in a bigger sense, let me explain why I ask. Let me explain why I ask in a bigger sense. Your father is a strong man. Hosni Mubarak was a strong man. But he stood down before he had to send any fighter jets anywhere. because the decision was taken not to punish the people of Egypt. So why is that not an option for your father and your family?
I would say, first of all, it's not about the family. First of all, please, there is a big difference. In Egypt, we saw millions of people marching in the streets, sitting days and night in squares of every city. There is not we haven't seen a one Egyptian citizen standing for Mr. Mubarak. In Libya, it's the other way around. Have you seen the demonstrations, the rallies? People filling all the squares and the streets?
Maybe they were too terrified of your father to risk it up till now.
Come on. If they have rally pro-Gaddafi, they are forced. If not, they are good. It's not like this.
Okay, so how many popular uprisings do you need to see before you're convinced that your father's regime has a popularity problem?
Even in Benghazi, where the biggest demonstration happened, we saw a couple of thousands. In Benghazi, you have 1.5 million people. Here, you have 2 million people. 70% of the people are living in Tripoli and around Tripoli. Please, there's a big illusion. You go and interview the ordinary people in the streets. If they have 1,000 or 2,000, even 10,000, if 100,000, doesn't mean that that everything is over. There's a big difference. Even in Western democracy, if you go with a 30% of population, 25% of population, you win the election, let alone Libya. Please, you have to go. You have to take your camera, go interview the Libyan people, go to the streets, go to the squares, go to other cities, and you will find out.
And what we hear when we have taken our cameras there is voices calling for human rights, voices calling for free speech, and voices calling for a democracy in Libya they don't feel they have. No. Why is it so hard when it's clear what the winds of change are?
This argument, come on, this argument, I will not accept it, because those are my demands. I said this many times before. You know this. I made a lot of statements about this in the last 10 years. All of us, we want democracy, freedom of press, speech, civil society, election, constitution, whatever. I mean, this agenda, there's nobody against it in Libya. But I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about if you have an armed militia, if you have terrorists trying to control oil assets, oil fields, attacking military camps, this is unacceptable. And no country in the world will accept this. The big difference between the two issues, please.
You keep on talking about terrorists being involved in this. What terrorists?
What terrorists?
We only see your own people.
In Libyan TV, it wasn't in the YouTube, the internet. Go there and see. Like what happened in Derna. Have you seen those terrorists executing the people, dozens of people, hanging them on the bridges, burning them? You see them. They are filming themselves and broadcasting. It's not my video. It's in the YouTube. Today it was Libyan TV.
Well, what about the issue of outsiders who have been brought into this country, but brought in by your government to fight your own people? The mercenaries that you've brought in to augment the forces you have.
Give me one evidence.
We've seen
Show me one mercenary.
They've been interviewed. They've been interviewed. They're in the newspapers. Their photographs are in the newspapers. You talk about YouTube. Their identity cards are on YouTube. This is well done. You've had two senior airline figures resign because they didn't want to fly them into your country.
No,
I mean, you talk about terrorists, but you're using a very strange form of military augmentation to repress what looks to many people like a legitimate civilian demand.
This is a false argument again. If you have black soldiers or black policemen, they are Libyans. They are speaking Libyan dialect. We show the whole people in Abu Dhabi their real identity. We interview their families. They are well known. Half of the Libyan population is black. Our ex-foreign minister is black. Our defense minister is black. This is this discrimination. Not because they are black, it means they are not Libyans. Excuse me, we don't accept that. They are Libyans. We are not using mercenaries. Full stop.
Can I quote someone to you? Someone who you know. The Prime Minister of Turkey, and Turkey and Libya are very good and old friends, said, "It's not possible for any administration who perceives their own people to be a threat to stay in power for long." You understand what he means. You can't bomb your way back to a happy population.
Listen.
You can't police your way to democracy.
Listen.
You can't force your people to like you if they don't like the regime anymore.
Listen, first of all, you are not Libyans. If you want to know the public opinion, I told you many times, go to the ordinary people. Ordinary people. All the time you are giving me quotes from foreigners. Go, you are in Tripoli. There is no need to listen to me or to listen to other. Go to the Libyan citizen. Go to the people here. Take a random sample and ask them. Plus, first of all, big difference between people who are peaceful demonstration. People want democracy. They want a constitution. They want freedom, and the armed militia. In Turkey, what happened? How did they deal with the Kurdish militia? They bombed them with F-16. They bombed their sites.
And it
didn't work.
It didn't work. It didn't make the problem go away.
But
and now
Turkish people,
they're talking.
You are Turkish?
No, I'm not.
Turkish people will never ever accept that the Kurds will have an armed militia fighting the government. No country in the world.
But your people are not asking for an armed militia. They're asking for a representative democracy. And the arms they have, they seized from your army.
No, listen, come on. If we want to take the arms and we want to solve our issues as Libyans with arms, so everybody's armed. So we go to civil war. We fight each other, no problem. If you are talking about reforms, democracy, the way is totally different. I cannot take a tank and tell any people this is the way to democracy and freedom.
Well, this is precisely what I'm saying to you. And isn't this what you're doing? This is precisely what you're doing.
We, the Libyans, we don't accept that 100 people, 200 people, 300 people take the whole country as a hostage.
Do you really believe it's only 300, 200, 300 people who are doing this? Do you really believe the numbers involved are that few? Because you're an educated man, you're a well-informed man, and statements like these make you wonder if you really know what's going on.
I know exactly what's going on in Libya. I know every single aspect of this issue. Again, I'm going to tell you. There is a big difference. Most of the people now, in Benghazi, we receive thousands of calls. For example, Benghazi, people asking us, you have to come and fix the city of Benghazi. It's a chaos. Everybody is armed. Young people shooting in the air. Crimes everywhere. Please, we want peace and order. Even the people they forget about, nobody is talking about constitution. Nobody is talking about no freedom. Now people are talking about they want peace and order. They want their kids to go to school back. They want to go to work. No, the situation is very miserable there. But foreigners like you, they come here, constitution, democracy. Yeah, of course we want this. I said this many times, years ago. But now, in some areas, people are not talking about this. People, they want to eat, they want to drink, they want to have safety and security.
You had democratic aspirations, did you not? You wanted to reform this country.
I said
this. Did you not?
Yes. I said this many
What
times.
happened to those democratic aspirations?
You,
Where did they go?
For me personally, yesterday, last year, 10 years ago, today, tomorrow, I'm the first person. I'm for all of them. I'm the first person. 10 years ago, I said, we need constitution. We need more freedom. We need democracy. We need election. I said this many, many times. But now...
But it didn't happen. And now you have an uprising on your hands.
No, it's not uprising. Now you have people who want to split the country, east and west. They want to create 3 or 4 states. Now you have people who are terrifying our people. Now you have terrorists. You have militia. Now the picture is different.
Who actually runs things in Libya? Is your father completely running the show these days? Or are you running the show? How does it work here?
Okay. Do you think that you have 1 or 2 people running every every business in this country, please, this is in the movies. You have a still government. You have the army. You have the intelligence. You have the police. You have prime minister. You have the ministers. The whole government is functioning. It's a big army of officers and employees working. Everything is peaceful, is okay. Cities are, like many cities in Libya, are very peaceful and very calm. The life is very normal. The country is. You think my father that is managing everything? Come on.
No, I don't think he is. I wanted to know who was.
It's a fiction. Of course, fiction.
So you have a lot of say these days. Does your father listen to you? That's why I ask. Does your father listen to you? Does he take advice from you?
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
These days, everybody is listening to everybody. Everybody is contributing. My phone, my phone, my private number, I'm receiving every day hundreds or even thousands some days of calls and SMS from anonymous people. Everybody is involved now. Every Libyan, because everybody feels that there is a real threat against him, against his family, against his country. This is a national battle for everybody, really. It's not for my family or my father. This is the battle of every Libyan.
But why, if there is a threat against your family, do people have to die because of that? Has it crossed your mind? No, let me finish. Has it crossed your mind that the problem might be the family and the situation? Why do people have to die so that your family can stay in charge of things here?
I told you, we are fighting for our nation. And you're saying family. I didn't say family. The people here fighting for themselves, for their country. There is a point. The media, some media groups want to portray the issue as this is the battle of the family. It's the battle of the Libyans. That's why I told you, please, many times, go to the Libyans. We have 2 million people living here. Go and ask it. Ask 100. Ask 1,000. And you will get the real answer. Don't be confused. It's very simple. Take the camera and go across the street and ask any Libyan you want.
Do you think this problem is just going to go away now? Now that it's surfaced to the degree it has, do you think it's possible to put it back in the box?
Two things. One, we hope that this crisis will change Libya into another, to be in another form, to be in another shape. So now, finally, we will have constitution. Now we have democracy, local governance, new laws. We will have, the reforms are coming.
Are you promising this to the people now?
No.
Have we made a breakthrough?
No. Not
so you are saying to the people?
No, it's coming. No.
You will give them a new constitution. You will give them reforms. Are you promising this to them?
Can you let me finish?
Go.
Because now, when I was talking about this 10 years ago, many people were laughing at me, think I'm just talking about, it's a fantasy. Now everybody realized that my ideas was not a fantasy. My idea was not a fantasy. It's a must. We have to change our country. We have to go forward. We have to create a new regime system. Everybody is convinced. Wait a second. Everybody is convinced. So Libya, we have just one direction to go forward. So now we believe that finally, now everybody believe that with freedom, democracy, we have to bring young people, we have to reform the everything from A to Z.
But look at the price your country is paying for the violence. I accept that the goals are admirable, if they are as you describe, but look at what this violence is doing to the country. The foreign workers that make this place tick over, skilled and unskilled, have left. They've fled. The city is practically not functioning because there's no one here to work. You have yourself and your family now become the subject of almost universal international condemnation. The UN Security Council was unanimous in their vote on sanctions and a referral to the International Criminal Court. Your family's money has been frozen, sanctions have been imposed on the country. The process you are going through is tearing this country apart.
Can I say something? First of all, it's a joke, please. We have money in Switzerland. It's a joke, please. Come on. We are not kids. Stop fooling us. We have no money outside. They failed. Come on.
That's just one. That's just one.
Give me
of the problem.
a single evidence that. Show me my our bank accounts. Show me. Second.
The bank
show
accounts.
me that. No. Show
but
me
that's the least of your problems. Your diplomatic immunity has been taken away. You can't even travel
listen,
like you used to.
The West, we know them very well. When you are strong, they run after you. They are like, they're like cats. If you are weak, they want to be like tigers. We know this game. We tried them for a long time. We know them for a long time. The West, the Americans, the NATO. Come on, we don't pay attention to them. Please, come on. We know the organized media campaign against Libya. We know this very well. This country will survive. I know they want to split the country. They want to destroy it. They want to control its assets. It's a very rich country, small population. This will not happen. So we tell those people, be happy. This will never ever happen because the Libyan people are so united. And please wait for surprises next days. You will see what will happen. The Libyan people, they woke up from the shock. They realized everything, and now they are reacting and fighting back. And you will see what will happen in the next days.
Saif Gaddafi, thank you for talking to Al Jazeera.